Hey, thanks for being back for another episode of The Devil and the Angel, an original dark and arcane comic book story in a narrative format. This episode 8 is blood and violence free. We'll bring back the blood and gore on the next episode. As usual, The Devil and the Angel is intended for a mature audience. It may contain scenes of sexual suggestions and reference. Viewer and listener discretion is advised. If you like the video, don't forget to press the like and subscribe button. Now that's out of the way, let's begin in 3, 2, 1. Angela finally decided to meet Kaizen. They met up at Kaizen's exclusive boutique. His office was refined to suit a person with Kaizen's taste. They sat and started chatting. First, did you kill all those people? Asked Angela. Yes, I did. It was all in self defense. They were sent to kill me. It was a best defense is a good offense response, replied Kaizen. Why in the world would they want to kill you? I broke the code. You ever heard of a gay ninja? I was the best student and ninja till they found out, answered Kaizen. Why the Jorongumo? Angela was curious. Traditionally, ninjas are not supposed to operate out of Japan. They conjured her, and I'm the prize. I suspect she was brought in by the Yakuza, was Kaizen's response. So it's an assassin for assassins? What is it? It's a demonic siren that seduces men and kills them like a black widow. Legend says it's also a time traveler, explained Kaizen. How do you kill it? Asked Angela. With sacred weapons like the Hanzo sword? So that's why you tried to steal it? Borrow it. That's why I need Alina, requested Kaizen. Only she can kill the Jorongumo, he added. Angela and Kaizen went to see Mr. Satoshi. Angela had Kaizen apologize for the incident. Angela explained to Mr. Satoshi why they need to borrow the Hanzo sword. Mr. Satoshi, a diehard of the old way Japanese style, believes in the presence of another world where a Jorongumo could exist. The Jorongumo is here, Kaizen warns the old man. She may be here, but your skills as a ninja is not enough to defeat a Jorongumo, even with the Hanzo sword, warns Mr. Satoshi. I know a true warrior worthy of wielding the sword, volunteered Angela. Let me meet her, and if I find her worthy, I will give her the Hanzo sword. A sword sharp enough to slice the heavens must be only in the hands of the strongest and most honorable warrior, requested Mr. Satoshi. Angela asks Kaizen for privacy as she confides with the old man. Kaizen permits and awaits for Angela in his white Jaguar. When finally alone with Mr. Satoshi, Angela asks Mr. Satoshi to briefly close his eyes, and when he opened, he was astounded to see that Angela was gone and a woman with long brown wavy hair and deep blue eyes was in front of him. I was told you are looking for a warrior? Mr. Satoshi marveled at the appearance of Alina. He felt relief in the belief that there is someone in this world that could challenge and defeat the forces of evil. The world is not without hope after all. In that short time that they were together, a bond has been forged. You are a good person, Mr. Satoshi. Have no fear. The Hanzo sword would only draw the blood of the wicked. Alina promises the old man. Protect my family as well, asked Mr. Satoshi. You have my word, pledges Alina. Alina headed towards the door, and Angela came out of the beautiful home carrying the Hanzo sword. She swayed her way towards the white jaguar. You got it? How did you do it? Begged Kaizen. You just have to ask nicely, replied Angela as they drove away. Angela and Maurice arrive at the Rising Sun Hospital. The atmosphere is dark and gloomy. They proceeded to the seventh floor, which houses the labor and delivery unit. I really don't know why we're here, complained Maurice. A miscarriage isn't really a homicide, he continued. Don't forget about the dead mother, too, reminded Angela. Captain Rubin sent Angela and Maurice to check on a request of the manager to investigate the unusual death of a mother and her unborn child. A beautiful Japanese woman has been lounging on the bar at the Cosmopolitan. Her beauty was attracting the attention from all the men and some women. One daring senior bravely approached the lone woman at her table. Come to my house, said the spider to the fly, thought Mayumi. The Jorongumo is on the hunt. Do you come here often, gorgeous? Was the line cast by this unfortunate white haired man in his 60s. He thought to himself, this is the night he's going to get lucky. Bob is the name, my dear lady, he said with a nasal twang as he reached for Mayumi's hand, which she generously gave and let Bob give it a kiss. He was so confidently thought that I'm really going to be lucky tonight. What's your name, beautiful? Asked Bob, ready with his bag full of compliments. My name is Mayumi, and yes, I am alone, encouraged Mayumi. I like to get another glass of wine, she asked Bob with her deep, seductive voice. Bob immediately called for a waiter. Waiter, bring me your most expensive wine and two glasses. Bob, trying to impress Mayumi. The waiter comes back with a bottle of Chateau Cheval Blanc, two glasses, and a receipt. The waiter hands the receipt to Bob and says, House rules, sir. We seek payment every time this wine is ordered. $3,000! Exclaimed the startled Bob. Was that a gulp I heard? Asked Mayumi. Angela and Maurice went to the office of the manager, Lita, a petite, superstitious Filipina. With her was Brian, the security officer, and Margaret, the PR lady of the hospital. After the brief introduction, let's get down to business. Why did you call us again? Asked Angela. We recently had a patient pass away. She had a miscarriage and then had complications. Lita, the manager, replied. This is a hospital. Lots of people get sick and have complications, stated Maurice. We had 14 miscarriages and one patient death in the last 20 days, declared Margaret, the PR lady. Is that an abnormality? Inquired Angela. One every week is an abnormality, but 14 in less than 3 weeks is intentional, anxiously replied Lita. Why is that suspicious to you? It could be your hospital is just unlucky this time. Angela trying to justify why she is here. We have done our research every last quarter of the year, particularly during new moon. This has been happening. Margaret informs Angela and Maurice. That excludes werewolves, then, sarcastically remarked Maurice. Anything else unusual that you know of? He asked. Lots of ultrasound jelly was found on the abdomen of the victims, even though there has been no test scheduled for these women, Lita answered. Anything strange reported by security? Angela asked Brian, the SO. Well, we always have a stereo alarm every time there is a miscarriage, responded Brian. Any chance that door is broken? Inquired Maurice. We checked the door and the alarm. It is working fine, Brian answered. Angela asked if they can check the CCTV on those dates that the alarm rang. She told the ladies they would investigate and let them know what they found out. Margaret asked, Can we be discreet while you conduct your investigation? We don't want this to go around. They went to check the monitor room near the hospital cafeteria. Angela asked Brian to check the hallway when the alarms rang. The hallway was empty. The camera on the stairwell just showed the door opening by itself. Next, Angela asked to check the hallways of where the patient's rooms are on the nights there was a miscarriage. The doors on the victims' rooms opened mysteriously. Well, I'll be damned, a surprised Maurice said. A freaking invisible man. There's no one there. Who could have opened the freaking door? He added. Angela asked to see all the hallway recordings in sequence. From the stairwell, empty. Next, the hallway after the stairwell, still empty. The hallway to the staff entrance, again empty. But the door opened. The hallway after the staff entrance, it was empty, but Angela noticed a part of a pink scrub turning around in the corner towards the patient's room. But when they panned the camera to the patient's room's hallway, no pink scrubs. There were nurses walking and in the nurses' station. They were all wearing peach. Angela asked Maurice if he noticed it. Maurice replied, I sure did. Angela thanked the officer and said, We will come back if we need anything else. Then she remembered to ask, Which nurses wear pink scrubs? The officer replied, Pediatrics. And where is it located? She added. Same floor, adjacent side, the officer answered. Angela and Maurice left the monitor room and walked along the corridor of the cafeteria. What was that all about? Asked Maurice. You don't trash in your own backyard. If we ever have a real case and a true suspect, it won't be those nurses on delivery. It will be on the pediatric floor, replied Angela. Unbeknownst to them, a woman wearing pink scrub was watching intently from a distance. On her badge, it read Michelle RN. Angela had a strange feeling. She scanned the cafeteria and saw a lot of nurses in different colors, doctors, patients, and visitors milling around. It was break time. Maurice asked, Anything wrong? Angela answered, I had a feeling we're being watched, then gave it a shrug. Mayumi already downed half of the bottle of the $3,000 wine. She tells Bob, I know what your intentions are. Why don't we skip the foreplay and head for your room? You do have a room here. Bob stuttered, I do, he excitedly answered. He grabbed the bottle of Chateau Cheval Blanc in Mayumi's wrist and dragged her towards his room. The prospect of having sex with this exotic beauty is way beyond this old man's wildest fantasy. Will Bob be in seventh heaven, or will he be the red meat that goes with the white wine? Who is this Michelle RN? What does she have to do with Angela's investigation? Stay tuned for the next episode of our favorite ladies, Angela and Alina, in The Devil and the Angel, Episode 9. Thank you for watching. If you like and enjoyed the video, please press the like and subscribe button for more Angela and Alina adventures. Peace.